Okay, let's talk about now the importance of specialization. According to our topic, it's the best use of limited resources. Let's see. First, the definition of specialization. A specialization occurs when people and businesses concentrate on what they are best at. Okay. So, like in McDonald's, okay, when you go to McDonald's, you will see the workers doing their own, yeah, they stay in their own benches. Someone is doing the fries, someone does the fries, someone does the burger, someone takes the order and takes the payment. Someone is in charge of the delivery, and someone is in charge of the cleanliness of the shop, the branch. Okay, so now um, let us try to figure out what is the importance of specialization in business. Okay, let's read on. In all societies, the factors of production are in limited supplies. It That's our understanding. It is therefore important um, to use these resources in the most efficient ways possible. Now, the ways in which these resources are used have changed greatly in the last 250 years or so. Very few products are now made just by the efforts and skills of one worker. Nearly all workers specialize in particular skills, in specific skills, and many businesses specialize in one type of product. Okay, so specialization is now very common because of the following reasons. Okay, let's take note of the following bullets. First, because specialized machinery and technologies are now widely available. This all started during the Industrial Revolution, where machines were um, made and constructed, and like the printing press, it facilitates more books to be printed, something like this during the Industrial Revolution. Now, the second bullet is increasing competition. Means that businesses have to keep costs low. So if there's an increasing number of competitors, then business will opt to lower their prices or be on sale, which is to the advantage of the customer or the consumers. Okay, so the prices will be uh, uh, kept low, and also we have to consider that the costs or the expenses, um, we expect them to be low as well, because if you buy in bulk, there will be lesser prices for wholesale purchasing. In wholesale meaning like by the dozen. You don't buy by piece or by the kilo. You buy by packages, by boxes. Okay. So the third bullet is reads like, most people recognize that higher living standards can result from being specialized. So let's read again. Most people recognize that higher living standards can result from being specialized. So let's see. We have here in our case study, let's have a closer look. The case of Joe Sharma. Okay, here. This happened like some 250 years ago. Joe is the one who cuts the wood, and he is the one who assembles the table. He polishes the table by his hand, and he delivers the table himself on his cart. So he does practically everything. So that you can just imagine how slow the production was during the time of Joe Sharma. Now, what do you notice about these methods of production? We have again three bullets. First, Joe did everything by himself, including the cutting of the timber and the sale and the delivery of the finished table. Production was very low, only one table per week. Now, compare this with the typical modern production methods. 250 years later, Jack Sharma may be one of the grandchildren, great great grandchildren, owns the family business now. It was handed down from one generation to another. This is how production is organized. Let's see. First, the wood for 20 tables is cut by a specialist machine. It's no longer by hand, unlike what Joe did like 250 years ago. There is now 250 hands, or after, there is now the machine that specializes on cutting woods. Now let's see. Second, carpenters assemble the tables. And three, the tables are finished in the polishing department. Four, a transport business collects the tables to deliver them to the furniture retailers. So you see, so we can see they have their own duties to perform. Now let us try to see the advantages and disadvantages of specialization. Okay. Now we have here the division of labor, which is also a synonym of specialization. We have specialization and division of the division of labor on the next page. Uh, let's try to read the definition given for division of labor. Okay, we have division of labor is when the production process is split up into different tasks and each worker performs one of these tasks, and it is a form of specialization. Okay, so let's read the paragraph. Jack Sharma is using the principles of specialization. Let's see on the next page. Jack Sharma is using the let's see. All right, here we go. Jack Sharma is using the principles of specialization and division of labor. He is dividing up the making of tables into different jobs and making each worker a specialist at just one task. Division of labor has advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so we read them in the box. Let's see. For the advantages, we have first, the workers, 1 minute, sorry about this, are trained in one task and specialize in this. This increases efficiency and output. Okay, let's use the example given from Jack Sharma's business. There's only these people who specialize in using the machine for cutting timber. So they will work faster. The output is there will be more output. The productivity will increase. And now let's try to see it in a common scene in the modern times. McDonald's. You'll see if one person is assigned in cooking the French fries, he will be cooking. That person will be preparing more French fries. Okay, at a particular like time that customers have flocked. Okay, the branch. And the next bullet is less time is wasted moving from one workbench to another. If you move from one phase of the job to another, then it will be a waste of time. For example, you'll be cutting the wood and you go to the next bench, which is sanding the paper or polishing or assembling. There will be some minutes wasted. Third bullet is quicker and cheaper to train workers as fewer skills need to be taught. It's quicker to train a worker or a laborer to do a particular job than to teach a person or a worker all of the tasks. Okay, now let's see. We have disadvantages. The workers can become bored doing just one job. Efficiency might fall. And if one worker is absent and no one else can do the job, production might be stopped. Okay, so let's go to activity 1.2 for practice.